Hello YouTubers out there, this is Jerry Saravia at the movies. So today we have a other story revolving around Star Wars Episode VII, The Force Awakens. And that concerns George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars. He was asked in an interview for page 6 of the NewYorkPost.com. He was asked if he had seen the 88-second teaser that had been released now, I guess about a couple of weeks ago. And he says, "I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen it yet." He went on further to say, "Because it's not in the movie theater, I like going to movies and watching the whole thing there. I plan to see it when it's released, presumably the entire movie and not necessarily the trailer, which comes out obviously in December of 2015. Now, interestingly enough, in the article it says that a year ago, George Lucas's son, Jet Lucas, said in an interview that his dad, who's credited as a creative consultant on the new film, was constantly talking to J.J. Abrams, the director of Force Awakens, and that J.J. was handpicked. But when we, or that is NewYorkPost.com, asked Lucas if he was curious to see what Abrams has done with the new Star Wars, Lucas said reportedly, "Not really." Now, there are some conflicts with this story, because Jet also said that his dad was very torn on the matter of selling Lucasfilm and all its subsidiaries to Disney. And as we all know, that was a $4.05 billion sale. That at the time, George Lucas, was working on his own new Star Wars films before the sale to Disney. That's kind of interesting and a little troubling, mainly because Lucas, who was the executive producer on all the films in the franchise, isn't anymore. That's it. So essentially, yes, a creative consultant. Now, the problem with this is that when Star Wars Episode III, Revenge of the Sith, came out in 2005, that was going to be the last Star Wars film, at least live action. Then Lucas started talking about doing other things with Star Wars, as we all know. The Clone Wars, which of course he did, an animated TV series, and then he did even a movie. So that technically Revenge of the Sith was not the last Star Wars film, but at least the last Star Wars live-action picture. And then there was talk of doing Star Wars as some sort of a sitcom. I don't even, kind of glad that never went anywhere. We don't need more reminders of the holiday special from 1977-78. But anyway, the point is that Revenge of the Sith was the last Star Wars film, officially. And Lucas was done with it, and when he was asked again about it, when promoting Red Tails back in 2012, he said, "Why am I going to keep bothering with Star Wars? They hate me for having done the prequels, and that's the end of it." And of course now, there's Episode 7, there's going to be, it's probably not even just going to be a trilogy at this point. There's talk of standalone Star Wars films with Han Solo being one, and who knows what else. I'm not sure I'm really crazy about all those ideas. I think another trilogy is fine, but beyond that, I can't see this happening. So the question is, was Lucas forced into the situation of having to sell all his rights? Or did he just decide to do this and to let other people take a crack at it? At Star Wars, I think that the latter is more than likely. But there are too many inconsistencies with the stories and the tales that are being spun here and there and left and right. So with the other new Star Wars films he was working on prior to the sale to Disney, were they the ones that we're going to be seeing? Or is it just something else entirely? I don't know. Ugh. I guess my point is that I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but with Lucas saying he has no interest in even seeing the teaser, tells me that it's a matter of sour grapes. That maybe he didn't really want to make this sale, and I think that may be the case. Even if he wanted a new generation of directors to take a crack at Star Wars and come up with their own stuff. And that's fine. I mean, I guess in the end we maybe have always suspected Star Wars would continue, but he did say Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, was the last one. If he had come up with more ideas, who knows? Unless he meant it was the last one in the Skywalker saga, In which case that can't be totally true because Luke Skywalker's back in episode 7. Who the hell knows? I don't know. Anyway, I thought I would just bring that up. And this is Jerry Saravia at the Movies, signing off.